Okay guys, so we're back again with installment number 2 of our van life do-it-yourself, no clutter, organizing your
storage solutions.
yes,
Yeah,
for your adventures. Yeah. Van or car, however you want to do it. But anyhow, we wanted to share with you the next thing that we had to deal with, which was how to store clothing, cookware, food that we would be eating. I mean, just all kinds of stuff like that, that we will be able to utilize the space the way that we wanted to in order to do some adventures that were like long-term adventures. Like, we wanted the van to eventually get set up to the point that all we had to do is go, hey, you ready to go do this? And we would get in the van and go.
Right, out the door in 30 minutes or less.
Right, so this is the second thing that we decided that was important to us. What we're going to be showing you today is, no, we didn't build cabinets. And I'll tell you what, I'm really glad that we didn't, because things have changed so many different times for us in determining what we felt was important to keep in the van and not in the van. And if we had a stationary built-in cabinet in here, that might not have worked out well for us, and we might have ended up having to rip it out. So I'm glad that we went the route that we did. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and start showing you some of our ideas, okay? All right, guys, so like I said, Shannon and I wanted to get the van to the point that if we wanted to leave for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long we wanted to go on our adventure, we would be ready to go in a heartbeat. And so the second thing that we came up with were these lockers. All right, so if you can see, these have like 4 little compartments in it. And this particular locker here on the right, this one right here, I use for the kitchen. So basically this one holds anything that we would possibly need for cooking, food. Yeah, if you can see down here, I've got some cookware, storage bags, and then down on the bottom is like my paper plates, and I have a little
electric
burner in case we need it. Anything that we would need to eat with and cook with in the bottom too. And then these two are used for just food. So we've been doing pretty good at shelf sustainable food, keeping it stocked up in here. But anyhow, that's our kitchen. This is our kitchen. And then the other thing that we decided was we each wanted a cabinet for clothing. All right, so the lockers, this is Shannon's locker over here. All right, so in other words, we have clothing for any season. Now, we don't have to keep it stocked up that way, but we do, just in case.
Well, we had gotten to so many different places where we were like, we wish we had, or if we would have had, we could have done this and we could have done that. So the whole thing was to be prepared, right?
Right, and not just that, but the weather, the temperatures in some of the areas that we've been in, like our trip out west.
We had to be prepared for every season. We went from snow to 95 degrees.
Right. All right, so the second big issue for us was the setup for clothing in our kitchen, which we showed you this one right here. This is our kitchen over here. And then we have, Shannon has her locker right here. That's all hers with all of her things. And mine is back here with all of my things.
Which actually works out well to keep us on separate side of the vans.
Right. Like I said, the second thing that we wanted to come up with was storage for clothing and for our kitchen. That's basically what I call it, my kitchen. So this is kitchen. So everything for cooking, eating, for long periods of time, okay? And this is, like I said, Shannon's, and then I have one back here that's similar. And we went with vertical and as small a space as we possibly could. In order to utilize this space better, we needed to go up. So we found these lockers on actually the Hobby Lobby. I had seen these at our local Hobby Lobby, and I kept thinking about it, and we started measuring, and these worked out, I mean, absolutely perfect. And the reason I'm bringing this up with you is this is, again, another one of those things where we didn't have to build a cabinet, okay? It's a cabinet, yes.
It's lightweight.
It's lightweight. And if we needed to redo this, we could take this out and put it anywhere else that we wanted to in the van. It's not secure to anything other than we have it tied down for security.
With zip ties.
With zip ties, yeah. If you notice inside this van, there's all kinds of places that you can, use a zip tie to secure something. And that's kind of what we did with these cabinets. And that makes them versatile for us. The other thing is, we wanted to make sure that we had enough storage for the clothing that we might need on a long distance trip and for different types of weather. The trip we took out west, we needed winter and summer clothing. So this worked out perfectly for that. We were able to keep everything in there that we needed. We never ran out of a thing. So it's not necessarily to us that you don't need to bring everything but the kitchen sink. It's that we wanted to make sure we had enough for any type of situation, that we would have storage for it that would work out, be nice and neat and tidy for us like this is. I mean, you don't see anything sticking out or in the way. So these worked out perfectly for us for what we were wanting to do inside of our van. Again, not doing the paneled out, do-it-yourself type of build. We have been able to utilize the metal inside of this van for any type of magnetic use for storage. And along with these lockers, these are also metal, so we were able to utilize these in the very same way, which created great storage space for us on
these
the
are
outside.
all magnetic.
So we were able to utilize both sides.
Yeah, all magnetic.
Right, and then we also have some storage on the inside here. Like we both have these containers, these lint containers. Shannon found they're actually lint containers. Yeah, see, and they're magnetic on the back.
They're thin.
See how they just kind of stick there?
And we've labeled them so we know what's in them. And, but it's kind of like dresser drawers.
Right. The other opportunity that we found with doing these vertical cabinets is we were able to figure out, okay, utilizing the tops of these cabinets for other reasons. This particular Igloo, again, this was another yard sale find, this Igloo cooler that I found.
It's a soft cooler.
And I set it on top of this cabinet one day and I was like, you know what, this fits perfectly here. So we decided, we bought the second one right here. But this particular one, Shannon keeps right here and has our coffee, has our breakfast stuff in it. So she has the stove, the coffee cups, our coffee, water, everything that we would need first thing in the morning for coffee. All she has to do is unsnap this thing and go out
and the whole thing goes out, because when it's cold, don't want to be opening up that door any more than what you have to.
Right.
Everything goes out in one shot.
So that's got our coffee and tea in it.
Right.
And then this one over here, what we use this for is water. So if we are using our grails and our plastic bottles, we keep them in here, or we may just use plastic bottled water and fill this thing up with our water. Again, here's my cabinet with clothing in it. I'll show that to you. See there? All right, and then the top of this cabinet we utilize, we put our bear box or bear canister in it. I put snacks and whatever else we might be taking with us there. But I wanted to show you the floor space. See, because we were able to utilize upwards in here, we have plenty of open floor space. So I can walk completely out of here without tripping over anything, right?
Right, and have to mention, this is not the extended transit. This is the standard medium roof. I think it's a 130 wheelbase. This is the smaller transit, and there's plenty of room for us to function in here, and we did it for a month.
Okay guys, so that was issue number 2 for us that we just went over with you. These cabinets, we have 3 of them, and then how we utilize the space above the cabinets, and this worked out perfectly for us. We have found this to be super beneficial to us, that it holds as much as it does and keeps it all out of the way. Anyhow, that was video number 2, guys, and we're going to continue on with the series and talk about some of the other things that we've done in here to help us. And again, we have reached a point in this van that we could hop in, minus, you know, throwing some food and some water in here. We could hop in it right now and leave and be perfectly fine. We have all the clothing that we need. We have all the cookware that we need. Everything that we would possibly need, either hot weather or cold weather, is in this van.
And
our hiking equipment, everything.
And you wouldn't know it, because I mean we've found some good hiding spots for everything.
All right guys, so that was video number 2. We hope it helps somebody out there. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please leave them below. We'll be glad to answer or consider anything that you might think would be a good idea for us. But so far these lockers have worked out fantastic for us, and I guess we can leave links to where we found some of this stuff below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least the model numbers, so if you want to use any of these ideas, you know what you're looking for.
Okay, so anyhow, stay tuned for video number 3. We're going to be trying to do that next, to talk about some of the other things that we've utilized the space in the van to help us on our adventures. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.